Hello, hello, hello. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday late afternoon, and we are here for our daily episode of Conversations of Support. I hope everyone is having a good day, a stay at home day. Fancy that, huh? Right? I hope that even though right now it's a little chilly and cloudy, a little bit overcast for us out here on the Eastern Shore, I don't know what it's like where you are, but I hope you're having a good day. I hope that that we're all in this together, that we know that we're all in this together. And today's topic is about the fact that it's okay to not be okay. We're all struggling. Some of us have our good days, more good days than our bad days. Some of us are having a few more bad days than our good days, but it's okay. We're all human and we're all going to feel differently each day, right? So just keep in mind, I found a quote that I like that says, if you're not okay, that's okay. It will happen sometimes, but you will have to tell yourself that things will be better tomorrow. Even if they're not better tomorrow, keep telling yourself they will be, because eventually tomorrow will be better, right? It doesn't mean that if we're saying that tomorrow's going to be better and we get to tomorrow and it's still a cruddy day and things aren't going the way we want, that we feel like we're that we should stay disappointed and whatever. Just keep telling ourselves that the next day will be better, because eventually one of those next days will be a good day and will be the day that you find the support that you need, a day where you're not feeling anxious and you're not feeling stressed or sad or depressed or whatever it is. So hey Tracy, hey Mr. Terry. Today we're just talking about the fact that it's okay to not be okay. I've had the last couple of days I've been hormonal. The poor guys here, they've got to deal with me. So I've been a little bit more prone to get teary-eyed when things trigger me a little bit, more so than usual. But it's okay. I'm not letting that control me every single day, but I'm not going to bash myself for not feeling perfect, right? And you shouldn't either. So it's very good to see you too, Mr. Terry. And let's see, another saying that I found, let's see if I can make this just a little bit bigger so I can read it easier. It's healthy to admit you're not okay. It's okay not to be okay. It's brave. But don't let it win. Be sad. Have your moment, your day, or week. Then do something about it and be happy for yourself. So keep that in mind too. If your bad days, if your not so great days happens to be one day, 2 days, a whole week, it's okay. Just give yourself an end time. Give yourself a time where you know that you're going to try and make every effort to get out of that mindset and flip that switch. So let's see. Mr. Terry says, I'm okay here now. Jackie's home from the hospital. We both enjoy. I am so glad that Jackie's home with you. That makes me feel good too, Mr. Terry. Hey, Rob. How are you? Hey, Georgiana. We're just talking about that it's okay to not be okay, that we're here to support each other, right? And I know you've had a tough time sometimes, Mr. Terry, with being the caregiver of your spouse. I'm a caregiver. My husband's more of the physical caregiver to our son. It takes a lot out of us some days, and some days we're a little more vulnerable to not feeling so but we don't dismiss that. We're allowed to feel that way. Heck, even the ones that we're taking care of are allowed to have their days, right? I just found another couple ones that I like. It says, it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to feel stuck. It's okay to feel confused. It's okay to feel lonely and hurt. It's okay to cry. It's okay to not be okay. But above all, be kind to yourself and refuse to let the negative feelings trigger you into waging war on yourself. That's the key. That's the key to acknowledging those feelings, letting them happen, but not letting them win over you. You feel them, you acknowledge them, and then you let it go. Right? Hey, Miss Debbie, how are you? And Rob, how are you? Today we're just talking about it's okay to not be okay. We all struggle, especially now that we're confined and we're really, supposed to be sticking with our family and not going out. I mean, heck, AJ and I haven't left the house in I don't even know how many days now. I think it was like March 14th, so whatever that is now. But, we know we have an end goal here. We just don't know when that end goal will happen, when we aren't when we don't have to be so confined, right? But we know it's for the greater good. So, but spending that much time together means that we're going to have some days where we're like, we're getting on each other's nerves, or we're just sad and lonely about all the things that we're missing. I know so many people that are upset, for their kids, and rightfully so, that they're going to be missing on things. Sorry. And you know what, Mr. Terry, you do have a very good point that it is very hard to not let the negative feelings win when that's all the news ever talks about. And that causes our anxiety, and that fuels the anxiety and makes it become the bigger person in us, right? So, sometimes that means we have to step away from watching the news. We have to step away from scrolling through Facebook and seeing all the news posts and all the statistics and everything about this whole virus. And it doesn't mean that we don't want to know the information. It just means that for us physically, mentally, spiritually right now, we need to take a break from it. Either that, or we need to, when we would do these with a great man named Mr. Joe Ryan, he always did he worked for the Office of Drug Control and Policy. And I was involved with the PTA at high school, and he would come and do these presentations. Well, he would always say, he would give the statistics of saying, out of your 9th graders, how many have tried marijuana or, whatever the drug was. He would give a statistic. He would say 30% of, this age group has tried this, But then he would also flip it around and say, but that means 70% were not doing it. And we also need to focus on the positives. So in that case, when in the drug community, when we're learning all of how bad it is and everything like that and how prevalent it is, we also need to acknowledge those kids that are not doing it, that haven't gotten pulled into that yet. So, we need to balance our numbers when it comes to this virus and everything. And I think if we're going to talk about how many are diagnosed, how many are passing from it, we also need to share the encouraging news of how many are being successful and healing from it and making it, if they had to go to the hospital, if they are able to leave the hospital, then when they're able to breathe on their own and things like that. So, you know what I mean? So we need to help keep those negative thoughts from winning. We need to balance it with the positive information that we're getting. The other thing that I found that I also like that says it's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to start again, and it's okay to say no, and it's okay to rest, and it's okay to let go. It's okay not to be okay. So when you're feeling and you are acknowledging those feelings of not being okay with being at home or anything like that, and it's causing you to feel sad and lonely and all that, acknowledge it. If you need help with it, help getting past those feelings, reach out to someone that you trust, a family member, a friend. If you need to get professional help, that's fine too. You know what I mean? Ask for it, And that's why we, as good citizens, should be checking up on each other too, so that if we know somebody is maybe having a bad day or struggling, we can, encourage them to either seek more professional help versus, just letting me listen or whatever. But don't be afraid of asking for help. Hey Sheila, hey Mr. Pete, hey Kitty, hey Anessa. We're just talking about the fact that it's okay to be okay, and it's okay to ask for help if you aren't able to flip that switch from negative thoughts to the positive thoughts, easily. And the first step is to acknowledge what feeling you are having. What is it that you're feeling? Earlier today I did a live to support an organization that is near and dear to my heart called Rage Against Addiction. I'm wearing their t-shirt. Can't probably really see it, but they were supposed to have had one of those a physical, like I don't know, I can't even think, like a 5K kind of run or a walk or a fundraiser. But so they did it virtually. So we all got on different places and we talked about it. And one of the things that we have to keep in mind too, that, being sequestered like this away from people is very tough for those who are in recovery right now. And it's okay, and I want them to know, and that's what I kind of spoke about earlier this morning, was to ask for the help. Stay in contact with those who give you support. If you're in the recovery community, either as a recovering addict yourself or as an ally like I am, reach out to your NA sponsors, your AA sponsors, your recovery coach, someone in your group who also understands that not being able to get to physical meetings right now is maybe a little tough for some, and to make sure that we don't relapse or go down that dark road there. Reach out for the help now. Acknowledge that you're not feeling okay. Acknowledge that the stress and anxiety is getting to you, and get someone to be there to work through that with you, so that we can help hopefully prevent a relapse. And if a relapse happens, it's not the end of the world most of the time. Sometimes it is the end of this world for that person, and there is no more chances because they're not here with us any longer, right? But sometimes a relapse can happen, and they do survive. And it doesn't mean that you have to hate yourself for having that relapse. And it doesn't mean that you have to feel unworthy because you had a relapse, right? It's okay to acknowledge that you had your relapse and that you're going to start again and start the whole path of recovery again. So my point today is just that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay to have the more negative feelings, but not let them control you. I want to end today's time together. I found this little, I don't know who to credit it to, but it says, "This letter is to you, the you that's had a rough week, the you that seems to be under constant storm clouds, the you that feels invisible, the you that doesn't know how much longer you can hold on, the you that has lost faith, the you that always blames yourself for everything that goes wrong. This is to you. You are incredible. You make this world a little bit more wonderful. You have so much potential and so many things left to do. You have time. Better things are coming your way. So please hang in there. You can do it." See, I told you I'm just a little more emotional the last couple of days, but that's because I'm hormonal, and I know that. But this is why I feel led to do the conversations of support because I know there's somebody out there. I know there's people out there that are blaming themselves for all the bad things that are happening, or blaming themselves for getting somebody sick, for not being successful in life, or whatever it is. And it's okay, and it's not your fault, and it means that we are here to support one another, right? So if you're not feeling okay, it's fine, but just reach out to someone, let them know, let them be a friend to you. And even if you feel like you haven't had friends to trust, there is somebody out there. I truly, wholeheartedly believe that God puts people in our paths for a special reason, right? And you may not realize it, but He does. He knows who you need, and He's going to let that person talk to you. So this didn't start out to be a heavy, sappy topic, other than just to reassure each other that it's okay to have a day, right? We're all going a little bonkers, with being confined in, and trying to make our own face masks, and whoever and thought that we would ever have to be going through this just to go to the grocery store, right? So, I've been trying to see if I had any bandanas around here to make my own, that kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, I hope you collectively, as our group, find a way to know that you're supported individually, and you're also can be a support to someone else, and that we as a group need to check on one another, and we need to encourage one another, and just let somebody have their bad day if they need to, get those feelings out, wallow in whatever it is that you're feeling that day, and then flip the switch and find the positive. Just remember, out of 100%, if 30 of us are having a rough day, that means 70 of us are having a good day. And those 70 can support the 30, right? I don't even know if I did that math right. Suzanne, do not double check me on that, because I am not a math person. I was I was a preschool director. I do small number math, So, but anyway, just remember, there's always tomorrow. Tomorrow will be better. It's just we don't know when that tomorrow will show up, right? So just keep reaching for that tomorrow. Keep moving past these feelings, and acknowledge them, but keep moving. So I hope that all of you have a good, wonderful rest of your Saturday. I will be here tomorrow. Tomorrow is Palm Sunday. I have a yucca plant out front. I'm going to see if I can get one of the leaves off of it that are very much like a palm branch. So I'll see if I can have that. But I hope you get to spend a little time enjoying your family, and do something that helps you find the positive feelings for today, okay? And if you're not feeling that great, it's okay. I've been right there with you. We'll all get to the other side together. So until then, enjoy your day. Blessings to you. I believe in you, and don't forget to smile, okay? Even behind the face mask, smile. It will make all of us feel better. Our eyes can tell the story, right? So I think you'll be able to see, if I was smiling, if I happen to have a face mask on, though. So, okay? So take care, my friends. Be safe today. Don't forget to wash your hands. Smile. Be happy. And just be you. And I will see you tomorrow. Okay? Thanks. Bye.